Welcome in daily UPSC editorial audio program. Good bad start. The Times of India. Uttarakhand's UCC tick some boxes, but it also encourages moral policing and coddles a few social taboos. Uttarakhand on Tuesday tabled a bill to introduce a uniform civil code in the state. This paper has long argued for UCC as the best way to bring about gender justice in marriage, divorce, and inheritance across communities. Uttarakhand therefore has shown the right intent but not always the right spirit. States have the right. There is no legal bar on Uttarakhand enacting the UCC. States have earlier taken the initiative to offset discriminatory personal laws. For example, Kerala in 1975 reformed Hindu law to give women equal inheritance rights. Other southern states and Maharashtra followed suit. Not quite uniform. This UCC keeps tribals out of its purview. However, is not the only exception. A sound UCC should not provide bypass in its application. Uttarakhand fails on this account. For example, it details a list of degrees of prohibited relationship based on customs of some communities. The bar on marriage under this custom applies only to people who belong to groups where it has been practiced. Others are exempt. Application of this will be tricky. Privacy matters. The state's marriage registrar is open to scrutiny by any person. Why and how does it help in reforming personal laws in a digital era? State authorities can instantaneously verify the marital status of every applicant to ensure polygamy is prevented. Allowing unrelated people to poke around will only encourage vigilantism, bucking under social tyranny. Sections governing live-in relationship Sections governing live-in relationships are the most regressive parts of the bill. UCC has no business in trying to regulate live-in relationships. These sections of the bill are a thinly veiled attempt at moral policing. For example, a delay in registration of live-in relationships can even lead to imprisonment and fines. A law should lay out the rights of the individual against other individuals and also society at large. By this, major provisions on legal relationship mimic a medieval social code rather than a modern law. Can't let go. Uttarakhand's UCC also covers residents who live outside the state. They are even encouraged to register live-in relationships in a country where migration is increasing. States shouldn't exercise this level of control. UCC does well to end polygamy and bring about a greater level of fairness in inheritance across communities. However, what India needs is a national UCC instead of patchy efforts. Your Honor, it was never about marriage. The Economic Times, in an anachronistic, indeed regressive understanding of the ever-evolving idea of family and parenthood. The Supreme Court has denied a 44-year-old single woman the right to have a child via surrogacy despite her commitment and ability to provide for the child. The court denied her petition citing some very odd reasons to save the institution of marriage because India can't go the best way rather than recognizing that socially curated norms like marriage are expanding from its one format to parents kids as Indian society circa 2024 itself is changing. Keeping a cookie cutter to measure motherhood is unfortunate. The Surrogacy Regulation Act states that only widowed and divorced women between 35 and 45 years can avail a surrogacy route, implying that single unmarried woman can't go down this road because she does not wish to be married, a wish that is part of her agency. Her agency. Surrogacy was her choice, not the arduous route of adoption. Rather than recognize that restrictions put on single women opting for surrogate children is an infringement of one's right to have a family. Any unit that cares for its members, no matter its size and composition. The court choose to question the woman's choices regarding her career path and disinterest in marriage. For the law, welfare of the child is paramount as it should be, but the court has equated welfare to having two married parents. This is not just placing the cart before the horse, but deciding that there is only one kind of vehicle. What should have been solely about the woman's ability to tend to the child has been turned into protecting nebulous ideas like only married parents and staving off the best way. Preaching is not the court's job anyway. A travesty, The Hindu. Manipulation of Chhattisgarh mayor polls have grave implications for democracy. The Supreme Court of India signing India's stinging remarks on the manner in which the mayor of Chandigarh was elected has confirmed suspicion that the victory of Manoj Sonkar, the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP candidate, was obtained through manipulation. After viewing footage of the videographed electoral process, the Chief Justice of India found it appealing that the presiding officer himself appeared to be defacing the ballots and termed it a mockery of democracy. Many had noted as soon as the election was called in favor of the BJP that it was a travesty that took place on January 30, as 8 votes cast by elected councillors were declared invalid. The election held on January 30 itself was based on a direction from the Punjab and Haryana High Court. Earlier, it was due to be held on January 18, but it was deferred on February 6 at the last minute, as it was disclosed that Anil Mashi, a nominated councillor and a BJP minority wing functionary, fell ill. However, thanks to the court's intervention, it was advanced to January 30. The Congress and Aam Aadmi Party alleged that the election was put off only because two parties which were contesting jointly were set to win. AAP has 13 members and the Congress 7 in the cooperation, but the AAP candidate Kuldeep Kumar polled only 12 votes, with 8 votes being declared invalid. Mr. Sonkar with 16 votes was declared the winner. The mayor is chosen by the 35 elected councillors and the member of parliament for Chandigarh. A simple method for a comparatively small elected body choosing its mayor is by a show of hand or the members raising in support of respective candidates that they had to record their preferences through voting slips indicates that there was suspicion of possible cross voting. What made the process dubious was that Mr. Masihi, who presided over the election, was accused of not showing the invalid ballots paper to the candidates. As a result, no one knew why exactly these voters, presumably those that ought to have gone to the AAP candidate, were declared invalid. The apex court had done the right thing in ordering the ballots and the records. He handed over to the High Court's Registrar General, and the proposed cooperation meeting postponed until further orders. The development may concern only one municipal cooperation in the country, but the idea that an election can be so brazenly rigged has grave implications for democracy. A political party seeking to be re-elected for the third consecutive term at the national level cannot be seen as manipulating any election in this manner. Only a verdict in invalidating the election and ordering a fresh one with safeguards against manipulation will be in the interest of justice. Thank you.